So we are going to keep it moving here to DEGA. DEGA. So you have 60 seconds to give a pitch, and then we will ask you a bunch of questions after your pitch. The timer is starting now.
Hey there, AJ. All good, man. Yeah, happy to do. First off, at DEGA, me and my team have been building in the blockchain space for over 6 years. We've done everything from layer one, sidechains, crushing protocols, and many other things. In DEGA, our vision is to empower billions around the world to be able to build and design games at low cost in minutes. Think of it like the Wix for gaming, right? We've been building through the bear market. Currently, we've deployed stake pools and a pre-sale of our membership access for our services. On the stake pools, we've already crossed $13 million worth of TVL. We expect to literally double that by next week. So we're going to be crossing $20 million worth of TVL. Our current pre-sales for access to our platform services have crossed $300,000. And our growth targets for the next 3 months from here to May 30th is to reach 100,000 active wallets. We're going to do this by deployment and joint marketing campaigns for airdrops with Injective, Say, Venus Protocol on BNV, and several projects on Blast. All of these have already been confirmed. And that's like the high level picture of where DEGA is and what we're doing.
Short and sweet and concise and to the point. Great pitch. Great job
Thank
on
you.
my end. I do want to ask, checking out your website and everything. I want to. How does the Wix for gaming concept work within, the DEGA realm for someone who has, minimal coding experience?
Yeah, so essentially we use that analogy because you can go to Wix, you don't know nothing about JavaScript, you don't know APIs, you don't even know what the hell cloud scaling is, but you can have a global online business in a few minutes. So that's the same level of experience that we want to bring. There's always work to be done in the sense of the creative aspects, but we want to empower you to be able to tell your story through gaming. We want to empower you to project your brand through gaming. We want to empower you to engage your audience through gaming, but not to have to worry about how the hell the game's going to scale, how the hell am I going to hire developers to get this done. And that's going to work with pre-built modules, right? So simple templates and components just existing previously, and generative AI, right? Which is going to be key to enabling this to be truly accessible to anyone.
Yeah, that was definitely my next question is how does the AI Web3 features, can you elaborate how they're integrated? You answered my question with my last question. How dare you? Well done. Well done. I want to ask, can you discuss the stake to play feature and its benefits for both the players and the developers?
Yeah, happy to do so. One of the key things that we see in gaming is everybody constantly keeps complaining about paying too much for games, right? They start freemium and then you got to go through this rabbit hole of micropayments, right? To be able to actually move forward in the game. So with stake to play, this mechanic is about instead of paying for access to a game, you just stake to access a game, right? And this staking, we have it live already with built on Ethereum, on Cardano, and even on Polkadot. But if you have any of these tokens, for example, right now we're just doing like our ISPO, but after we've done TGE, we're also opening it up to work as a Web3 native subscription. So think about I want to access the AJ game, but obviously AJ needs to monetize. But instead of hassling me for $5 transactions, I stake to your stake pool. The yield that my assets generate goes to you. And in exchange for that, you can also measure loyalty, right? If I've been staking to you for 8 months, then you can airdrop me either tokens or NFTs or give me special VIP access to something. So it's a great way to generate stickiness with your audience because they know that they're getting reward for being loyal to you and your game.
No, that makes complete sense. Yeah, I want to ask. I was looking at everything. I know that airdrop's been very popular lately. Do users benefit from airdrops?
Yeah, definitely. Right. There's two aspects to that, right? One is the strategy that we're using right now. As I mentioned, we're going to be airdropping on Injective, on Say, on BNB, on Blast, and a few other partners as well. We're multi-chain because wherever you are and you need our help, we will be there for you with the right tools so that you can make your game. That's one thing regarding airdrops. Now, in general, DEGA is an ecosystem play. So getting in early on DEGA is not just our platform, our solution, or our value proposition, but all the games that are going to be built on top of DEGA. Just today, I was talking to another team who's going to be building one. There's already 5 we're going to be announcing during April and May. And yeah, for sure, all of them will be doing airdrops to the DEGA holders, the DEGA NFT holders, and the DEGA token holders as well. And that'll happen. But imagine that happening across 6,000 games that are going to be built on our platform, right?
Wow, that's pretty massive. Del Crypto with your hand up. What do you got?
Thank you, AJ. Man, I just got a quick question for him. I love gaming. I'm so bullish on the future of gaming and its integration with our space. AJ, I've heard you talk about it quite a bit. Moving into the next phase of Web3, bringing that into gaming, allowing expression, personalization. It goes on and on. And as he's talking about his project, I'm loving a lot of it. First off, AJ, I like the name. I'm a big Sega guy, and so I read DEGA and I think, oh, geez, decentralized Sega, genius. I love it. And then I hear the accent and I read the name and I think maybe Latin, so I'll say to this project. But
Beautiful.
so if I can just for a moment though drill down a bit to get a question here that I haven't had answered yet, because so far you're talking about how this is an ecosystem play and you're talking about your platform. And I want to preface this question with some industry info. I'm sure you already know, but it oftentimes comes as a big shock to others. And it's what's going on in gaming today in terms of platform. It amazes people to hear that what
Mhm,
we think to be the big shot gaming platforms, of course, I'm talking PlayStation, Microsoft, Xbox, these are
mhm,
actually along the bottom of revenue for the gaming market
mhm,
2022 bringing in less than 40 billion. And then when you talk about PC gaming actually eclipsing that console market, bringing in 55 billion plus in 2022. I'm sorry, I don't have the latest numbers. And again, this is all just
mhm,
off the top of my head, but shocks people to learn that the king of gaming platforms today,
mhm, mhm,
overwhelmingly, the way people access their gaming is through their mobile devices. And honestly, the industry experts seem to point it to this absolute revolution that comes in freemium gaming. Gaming, it's not just the revenue and that comes with the mobile devices. It dominates the device. I'm sorry, to the two device downloads. It dominates the FaceTime. It dominates every aspect of the user statistics, especially the revenue. Truly eclipse all the other ways that people in this world have to engage with their gaming. So talk to me a little bit about when you say this is an ecosystem playing, you talk about your platform and gaming occurring on your platform. How
mhm.
do users interface with your games?
You just did me a great favor, basically laid out my pitch for me in that sense. For us, again, I'm, as you correctly assessed, I'm from Latin America. I live in Costa Rica right now, but I'm originally from Honduras. And I am extremely deeply and painfully familiar with all the challenges the creators face in emerging markets. So that's why DEGA, is not just gaming, it's Web3 gaming, because emerging markets are the one that need it the most, right? But to the point of your question, that's why we decided to start off with a very narrow, laser focused gameplay, which is going to be the old school 2D top down style of games. So think about the original Pokemon, the original Zelda, but supercharging that to be able to have multiple different types of genres, right? Like
Oh, I
usually
love
you
it. As a
you
developer, I can shoot that wherever I want.
Exactly. It's low. It's also low on requirements, so you can run it on $100 smartphone, right? As a developer, it's also easy to access literally tens of millions of free assets online to be able to build those types of games. Plus, with AI, basically we have infinite asset generation, and it's going to be cheap. And it doesn't need new AI. The current AI can already do it, and we've already run a map competition. A map building competition in DEGA in the community, and you can already go to our website or our Discord. We'll link you the place, but essentially there's already hundreds of maps being built by the community like right now and minted on chain, by the way. But yeah, that's where we're gonna go, to mobile
My
and
brother,
to
I asked
going
you
wide.
I asked you a really high level question, and buried in it was this tech nuance. You hit it all on the bullseye. Thank you for taking the time to give me such a robust answer to my question. Just the fact that you were able to understand the different layers of my question without me having to spell it out to you, and then verse back such an educated response really, to me at least, shows me your expertise level in this field.
Thank you, much appreciated, man. And we'll definitely hit you up after the space. Love your feedback.
Please
Awesome.
do.
Awesome. Love it. Thank you to Dell. Thank you to DEGA. Great pitch here. Everybody, I will point your attention to the top of Up in the Nest there. You can, or just click on their account. Make sure you go give DEGA a follow. Definitely got a promising project there. We are going to pivot to
AJ,
the next
just
project.
one
Project
lesson.
here is RF.
Let's
Wait,
say,
final thoughts, closing thoughts. All right,
yeah,
all
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Closing thoughts. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, just wanted to say that we have the Dega Quest active on Galaxy. So if anybody wants to get a piece of Dega, you can do so right now. It's super easy. You just got to go into the Galaxy Quest, follow us on Twitter, join us in our Discord, and you are getting in on the future ecosystem of Web3 gaming. Thank you, AJ.
There it is. No problem. Thanks for being here. We really appreciate it. Everybody, make sure you go give them a follow.